I'm Mark Quick, one of the founders of Nathan Whisky Company. We're a small, authentic batch whisky producer in the west of Ireland. So when we were creating Nathan Whisky, we had an idea about making a whisky the way it used to be made several hundred years ago. We wanted to use local ingredients grown by local farmers. We wanted to use the local water sourced from Nathan Mountain and turf from the local area to peat the malt. And we wanted then to handcraft small and really unique casks to age our whisky in. And so we really wanted to do an authentic whisky. And when people came to the brand and experienced the brand, we would tell them about all of this, but then when they dug behind the marketing and the promotion, they would see that this was all true, which isn't always the case. When you look behind the truth of larger brands, the perception and the reality can differ quite a lot. So we wanted to create an authentic brand in every area of the business. It's really challenging in the early days, and specifically like every startup, you face a cash flow management issue. Cash is always at a premium in the early days, and specifically in whisky because there's long maturation periods. The gap between when you produce your product and when you sell it and get the cash for selling it is very, very long. It's a matter of years. So every whisky company does take steps to solve that cash flow issue. The most common steps are to produce a different spirit that's quicker to produce, maybe a vodka, which can be produced quickly, sold quickly, and creates cash flow. The other approach is to buy in bulk whisky from somebody else and just bottle it under your brand, and that's extremely common in the whisky industry. But in both of those scenarios, we thought that producing a vodka or a gin, we were only doing it for cash flow, and it really took away from the core whisky passion that the company had. And we would only produce we'd be producing a mediocre product that we didn't care about just to fund our whisky. So we didn't want to do that. We also didn't want to buy in bulk whisky from somebody else and bottle it because it wasn't our product, and the authenticity that we promised our consumers wouldn't ring true. So what it forced us to do was be a lot more innovative about how to produce cash flow while staying true to our core brand principle of authenticity. So how we did it is that we started producing hand-making casks for other people. It's a separate line of business, but through our master cooper, who is now apprenticing young trainee coopers, we've built this area of expertise that we're going to use in our own brand, but meanwhile we're creating cash flow by doing this for other people. We've also prototyped and created a new product which we will sell in the early years while the bulk of our production is maturing. So that product is handcrafting small casks that people can fill and they can mature on their mantelpiece or in their homes. And they know that everything about it is authentic. It's made from exactly the same wood as larger casks. It's handmade by our master coopers. It's exactly the same spirit that will be in our main product range. So by creating this unique product, it allows us to stay really true to our authentic core brand promise, but at the same time, generate cash flow in the years where we needed to. So I think that by being innovative, you can always remain true to your brand promise.